Greetings, welcome to part 10 of the playthrough series for my new Sith warrior Juggernaut. We finished chapter 2 and now before us stands the beginning of chapter 3, the most exciting one for all of the stories in the game, but most specifically for the Sith warrior one. The Emperor himself has just chosen our warrior to become the Emperor's Wrath. Enjoy the video and don't forget to hit the very special buttons like, favorite and share. Thank you very much. Greetings, you good people. Did you miss me? Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, you wouldn't know that I was not streaming for half a week, but actually almost a full week. Hi guys, good evening or good afternoon, wherever you are. This is the very end of chapter 4, chapter 2, of course. Next planet, if I'm not mistaken, should be Belsavis, the dreaded Belsavis. But before that, because I'm level 43, I should have an update for level 41, or maybe buy the mods for level 45. Well, let's do that. Well, we're still waiting for a few more people to join the chat and let's start having the fun. First of all, well, I expect, let's go to the fleet. Wait, I have a shortcut to the fleet, woohoo! Because I don't have legacy for this thing, it will be on cooldown for 1.5 hours and we don't want that, do we? On the fleet, let's see, where were the vendors? Up, left. Yes, I did shave. Today, as a matter of fact. It's good that you didn't see how I looked until like 2 hours ago. I don't enjoy having beard, but sometimes I'm just lazy. What? 38? What the hell is this guy doing here? Very weird. And this is the guy I need. Modification, equipment. Yes, let's go with the mods. Oh, please tell me I have this. Yes. 99 basic comms, that's plenty. Get rid of the junk that I will probably never use. Wherever you are, you're going away. I don't need you. Whoops, I need this. This is a gift. And this level 32 can go away. This one I'm gonna save just in case, I'm not sure why. And now let's see, which one did I need? Was it deft? Yep, it should be the deft one. 5 of them, 6, 7, 8, 9. This should sort me out. I don't want crit for my low level gear. It's not really that low level anymore, but ooh, something else I want to do, unless I forget, is change spec. I want to try rage again and see how much it has changed and if it's any more fun than before. It definitely should be after level 41. However, with the Xian form, Vengeance should be also a lot more fun, and it actually is. You can feel the speed boost. Now let's see, which one was... Ooh, accuracy. Interesting question. Maybe a couple of accuracy enhancements, just in case. It's not really needed for low levels, but... Oh, it's absolutely not needed for rage. Let's get rid of them. And by... I expect this would be the one I need. Power surge, yep. This will also be the last update of gear I'm doing, probably at least until level 55. And that's both me and my companion geared up. Now let's see, my companion needs... what was it? Oh yes, cunning, of course it's cunning, so it should be artful. Good evening, good evening. Hello everyone, if you just joined, thank you for doing that. I keep forgetting. Yes, it's 9 of these. This is number 7, 8. And that's the 9th one. Now what do I need? Main hunt things. What do we have? Guardian Hilt? No, please. There it is. Lovely. One of these. And wow! I totally forgot about the damn armorings. And I will not have enough space. Huh. That's a puzzle. But I do need the armorings for myself at least. That's 7, and one more. Should be all. Well, so far, I must admit, it's easy and fun, but not nearly as fun as Carnage or Combat for the Marauder and Sentinel. The name of the spec, Carnage, just purely represents the gameplay with it. You just smash and melt your opponents in less than 5 seconds. It is a lot more fun. It is probably because that's my favorite class. One main hunt for my companion. And one of these. And I guess that's enough for now. I have comms, but I don't have any more free space. And I don't want to pay 50,000 for a new inventory row. Speak to Lord this one to claim my reward. There is a weird echo in my headset. I do not know if that's something within my ears or there is something wrong with the headset, in fact. How is the sound? Do you hear any distortion? Anything weird in the sound? Anything that's not supposed to be heard? Why would you think I do that?
That's exactly
Abandon current discipline. As a subscriber, I can do that for free. Yay, let's go rage again. And of course, now I have to remember my priorities. These 3. I don't remember what I do from these. Okay, so it's just some kind of vibration in my right ear cup. I hope it will go away any moment now. Oh, I need that one, that's for sure. And I have one more point. For the Vengeance and Rage discipline, Smash and Vengeful Slams under the targets, I do need that one because I will be playing AoE. And I guess that's it, I'm done for the moment. The next one, oh, the next one is far away at level 51. New passive at level 44, I might want to get myself familiar with whatever Shockwave is giving me. Well, Shicho form is, I don't care about the Shicho form. Wait, actually, huh? Yes, exactly, that's the one I will be using. So, well, Shicho form is active and Rage, and I forgot that I switched. And Rage and Force Crush grant Shockwave, increasing the damage dealt by your next smash or Raging Burst by 15% and making your next smash or Raging Burst consume no rage. This is an important proc for both single target and AoE. Additionally, the cooldown of Enrage is reduced by 15 seconds, and Enrage generates 6 additional rage over 6 seconds when used while Shicho form is active. Just need to remember what the hell was... Oh, that's the one. Really? Lovely buff for Enrage. Now let's see. Regime burst needs to be here. What was forcing crush? Progressively. Oh, this is the new. What the hell are you? Damn it! I have one too many of these now. Hi Nick. Good evening. Force Scream stays. Wait, Force Scream should be here. Yeah, I've moved it here before, so I should remember to keep using T for the Force Scream. Obliterate stays on 6. Force Crush. I need to move the damn Force Crush somewhere, but I don't want to lose Force Push. Oh, wait. Yes, of course I can lose Force Push. I will just learn to not use it. And I don't remember what is missing from number 5. It's probably this one, Furious Strike. You shouldn't have said the ha 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 in the end. Someone might believe you. Do it seriously next time. I'm pretty sure someone will believe you. Strikes the target for weapon damage. Attacks with both weapons if dual wielding. Yes. But what if you're not dual wielding? You're screwed. This is the change of perspective. Let's go talk to the guy and finish chapter 2, then quickly begin chapter 3 because we've wasted 10 minutes already. Hop. Hello, Avor. Thank you for the free XP. He didn't even want to tell me anything, damn it. Use your ship's holo terminal. On my way, boss. Whoa. A little bit too much. Hi, Steel and Small. How are you doing?
Apprentice, it is customary to bow when in the presence of a member of the Dark Council.
You don't tell me what to do. Oh, wait, I could bow. Oh, the next best thing. I would love to see what it is.
Bow to Dark Council member Baras.
My lord.
I have to get that chest, I just don't know how. If you give me a pointer where it was available and eventually how expensive it is. Plus, the next problem would be I want it to be black and black. And you know this is unbelievably expensive on any server. So there are too many obstacles and negative reasons for me not to do it.
I speak basic.
Such posturing is petty. Why must you task me? This is a time of greatness for us, apprentice. We are at war. The Dark Council has placed me in charge.
Hey, Protestant.
Battles are being waged across the galaxy. You and Lord Jog will oversee the most crucial confrontations. Jog is already deployed.
What is this?
I shall unleash
BB.
I am not a dog.
Never seen that
Baras.
before.
Since
Don't tell me
when
it's an
have you
emote.
been so sensitive? I do not care for it. We've caught wind of a secret plot on the planet Quesh that could win the planet for the Republic. The conflict
Quesh?
for resources
What?
on Quesh remains the most important of the French systems. This Republic plot must not succeed.
Give me the details of this plot.
Commander Olean will brief you. He awaits your arrival at the Forward Command Center on Quesh. I find myself nostalgic, sending my most prized apprentice off to war. This is the culmination of everything we've done.
The poignancy of this moment is not lost on me, Master.
Poignancy. You've hit on the perfect word to describe where we are, my friend. I bid you farewell.
How many of you guys are using the FPS counter in the game? And how many of you are actually ever paying attention to this feature? I've posted about that a couple of days ago because I randomly stumbled upon a very old post and I forgot how important this is, and it can tell you a lot about your current system. Travel to Quesh, we are. It depends. Depending on what the color of the FPS counter is, mine is always red, and that's why I will be upgrading the video card hopefully soon. Depending on the color, you can tell which one of your hardware components is bottlenecking the whole PC and the game specifically. Contrary to the popular belief, this game is extremely heavy on GPU, especially on higher resolutions. We've talked about that many times. I was wondering if it's worth it to mention that in a separate video for YouTube, but I don't think it actually is. Do you think people will care to learn about that? Because this was made clear 3 years ago on one of the very first forum posts by the very first original developers of the game. And never since that has it been asked. Maybe people just find it Googling it. Or maybe nobody ever notices that this thing is flashing and it's blinking and it's red, green and yellow. If it's red, it means your GPU is struggling. If it's green, it means your CPU is struggling with the game. And if it's yellow, it means both of them suck. Not just literally as I described that, but you get the idea. Talk to Commander Olian. Just don't make me take the quest again. Have you ever seen level 43 with such a clean personal mission module? Not a single side quest, nothing else. Yes, I don't have to take the damn Quesh main story quest again. Oh, but I do have to wait. No, I don't have to wait. Awesome. I would love to finish that sentence with "it exploded right in front of my eyes," but we know it doesn't happen. Yep, the guild is doing 16-man run today. I've decided not to do any PvP or any 16-man before I get the video card. After that, I'm really hoping to find myself in heaven. After spending so much money and waiting for it for so long, the only thing it can do for me is allow me to play the game with constant FPS without hiccups. We will see. It is considered to be 70% better than mine. What was this? Hi, Protestate. Thanks for the follow, mate. The most important thing that tells me when people follow is they understand my accent. You want to go back on the topic with the accent? Let's not do that. I honestly don't remember that camp here.
Commander Olian, I am here on Darth Baras's order. Bring me up to speed.
Not a minute too soon. All indications are that the enemy has been ready to strike for some time. If my reports are correct, they have us dead to rights. I'm thankful they've hesitated this long.
Well, I'll be sure to thank them for you.
Ah, right, no need, my lord. Just a figure of speech. An elite Republic task force has found a cavern that tunnels beneath this command center. They've set explosives that will destroy the center and disrupt all Imperial military operations and communications on the planet.
I'd say someone ought to stop them.
My thoughts exactly, my lord. I sent what soldiers I had to search the cavern, but the survivors returned with blaster burns for their efforts. Here are rough coordinates of our best guess. Good luck.
Do you think I can save some time? No. There is not much to save. Plus, I'm sure I will need to teleport back there after I finish the quest. You guys remember there is a two-person datacron here that should be able to be done solo. Well, at least by a marauder or a sage or a sorcerer. The ones with the speed buff. I don't think I can do it. Unless they've changed it and made it solo. But I haven't heard of such a change. Remember, you had to press 2 buttons very quickly and get through a door. What level is that quest for? 41. Okay. Hey, jerk. I'm not too over-leveled. Just 3 levels above the content. That's fine.
My lord.
I have to remind myself now constantly which one of my skills is where and what it does. Mixed Russian and Portuguese. Wow. I can't say I can distinguish a Portuguese accent. Don't think I've heard many Portuguese people speaking English. Hey, Bark. Or if I may tease you because of the name, hi, Bark Bark. That was a bad
I
tease.
expected that to be a difficult fight.
No, 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 no. Don't tell me we are lagging. Russians do have a very strong accent, and it's not entirely different than mine. All of the Slavonic nations have very similar accents. I completely forgot about the damn Ravage. It is supposed to be a part of my rotation. I am on the Shadowlands, yep. This is my first character outside of the Red Eclipse that I'm actually leveling. Looking like a Russian now, that's an interesting topic. Because my brother has been living in the UK for about 5 years now. And I swear that he starts looking like a UK person. With the hairstyle, with the beard. Now, because this ability will be granted to me at level 57, maybe it's a good idea to just fill up the number 5 key slot. Because it is a spammable key, number 5, very easy to access. And I don't have a better skill yet. Usually I was saving it, because of habit, for a Furious Strike. Well, you know, the 12x event allows everybody to get to the same server. Why don't you guys start playing on the same server? The lag shouldn't be so terrible. I wonder, when was the Empire version for this patch? Was it 44 or 46? Locate the Republic Task Force is what I'm supposed to be doing, not practicing killing stuff. Credits for gambling. You're talking about the slots or the sluts on Nar Shaddaa? I still haven't tried the event since it came back. And I'm not entirely sure if I want to. This should mean that the path is clear now. Okay, it's not. Really? I've never been on a role-playing server, and maybe that's not a bad suggestion. Although I promised that the next time I move servers, it will be after a poll. And I will let you guys decide where I should be. I totally forgot about the retaliation. Do you mean the gameplay is more fun, or are you actually doing role-playing when you're on the role-play server? Oh, come on! There they are.
Has our mysterious problem been solved? Are we active? Sir, best guess is yes. All systems appear to be online. Your detonator should be live. Then let's pack up. We'll blow this cavern on the Imperial Command Center sky high.
I'm here to convince you to abandon this mission.
Too late. We've been discovered. Stow it. We knew this was a possibility. Sith. I'm prepared to detonate even if it means we all die.
I have a feeling during the summer many people will be trying or just switching for good to the Red Eclipse. It's just because it's the biggest server, European server.
No, come on, detonate. Detonate!
If you want to die, let me oblige you.
Men, hold the line. I'll try a reset.
Oh, that was a bad move. Where the hell did that come from? That felt a very clumsy fight, but at least they didn't kill me. Oh, go away.
Detonate. Work. Blasted work.
Your persistence is annoying.
For the Republic.
Just to clarify, he was using the mouth and nose breathing device. All of them were, but apparently Sith Pure Blood and their companion healers, they don't require those.
I have a mission of my own, friend. Captain Trajan was sent here by one of Baras's Republic moles.
Dromka, that's my favorite stronghold. By default, not because of the decorations that I might find inside. I just love the design and specifically the rain on the windows. That's the best effect this game has ever produced. Yes, I know it sounds pathetic because I've seen a lot cooler and more complicated effects, but just seeing rain on the windows on your terrace is just awesome.
Someday you would rise against him. You were his fiercest. I consider it a privilege that he's allowed me to pull the trigger.
This will be your fate one day, Drug.
Brother State, what about the new stronghold? Are you going to ditch your lovely Dromcast home and move on to Yavin 4? We've already seen some new decorations available on PTS. I didn't check how expensive they would be, but it will be fun to decorate with those.
Interest justified. Shall I revive?
Oh, hi servants.
For no help. We must be sure. His worth will be established by surviving the trek to safety. We will wait at the command center exactly 1 day for our proof.
It's huge and that's one of its biggest problems. I would love to make it my main new home, but the fact that between the landing and the first area where I can place the bank, the mail, the other bank and everything else is just too far away. Return to the forward command center. Oh crap. Okay, I can map at least to there and that should save me a couple of minutes. Hello, Yakuza. Oh, I'm fine. Waiting for the best day of the week, Friday. And more specifically, waiting for the work day of Friday. What? You're giving me free stuff? Oh, I still keep the mail from Vendrin. Lovely. If you've missed my joy of receiving this lovely gift, you can watch the YouTube recording. If you've already watched the YouTube recording, woohoo! Thank you. Whoa, wait. Silly me. That's totally the wrong way. Let's read a couple of passives. Obviously, that's not a passive. Cascading power, increasing all damage dealt by 5% for 6 seconds after dealing damage with Smash or Raging Burst. So it's actually important to do Smash or Raging Burst early in the rotation. Did they? Because what I remember from the stream is they said they're working on that, and it's not that they don't want to do it, it's because there is a hardware limitation. In other words, if we start putting dummies in strongholds, people will break our engine. Well, it is fun, that's for sure. Maybe for the Guardian and Juggernaut DPS it will turn out to be more fun, for me at least, because I'm not a huge fan of Vengeance. In my personal opinion, it does lack the burst for a burst spec. And I don't mean it doesn't have burst, it's just that other specs such as Carnage and Combat have a lot better burst in my opinion. And because it has dots, I can consider it lacking dots for a dot spec. It's just in between. And Rage is just pure awesomeness AoE. Not one, but my biggest gripe with Rage is the fact that I never hit my opponents with something physically existing there. Most of the abilities are hitting them from range or with an invisible force, especially on the Guardian side where you don't see most of the force. On the Empire side there are lightnings, there are crushes, there are other particles and special effects. But it's still not a real hit, and since I'm a melee guy, I need to see the physical contact. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I prefer the Sentinel and Marauder over the... Maybe that's why I prefer the first two specs of the Sentinel and Marauder, is what I meant to say.
We sampled the
Rage is awesome, but it doesn't make me feel like I'm playing
The
melee.
Emperor tasks the hand with a great undertaking.
I expect
and
that
you are
everything is
become
bound
his
to
wrath.
4
Does
or
Baras
maybe
seize
10 meter
his
range.
power against the Emperor's wishes? He must be stopped.
Why do you need me to handle this?
An empty hand can only slap.
Since the Treaty of Coruscant, the Emperor has withdrawn from the known galaxy, preparing
Concealment.
for a great calling. Baras
You're talking about concentration, maybe?
The Emperor speaks through him. If the
Because
Dark Council
concealment
declares
is
him the
an
voice
operative
of the
spec.
Emperor, he will have supreme power over the Empire.
That's a scary thought.
Wrath can be fueled by
Hi, Drino.
fear.
The Emperor chooses one being to physically embody.
These servant guys,
This
they don't
being
want to let
is
me go.
the voice.
Come on,
It is obeyed
just let
as
me go
the
do my
Emperor
job. I
himself.
promise I will deliver you the
But
big
true
fat guy.
voice has been silent.
And in its absence, there is nothing to deny Baras.
This guy has a lot cooler voice than
Some on
what
the
he
council
deserves.
truly believe. Others see an advantage in supporting him, and Baras plots against those who oppose him.
Am I to defend those who defy him?
Now you see, for a moment I thought that you guys knew each other. Saying hi Kryn. Oh, Kryn might be his old
The
name.
crew awaits you at your ship. They have been informed of these developments.
Title.
Baras
Oh, the
means
title
to
of the
force
stream.
council to bow.
It's a play with
But he
words
believes
because I'm
you
close
will
to
be
the
dead.
final mission for the character level
It is our
50.
advantage.
Because this
Turn
is
to
where
your ship,
actually the real story
and we will
ends.
advise
After
you
that
what
it's
can be
just
done to thwart
fun but not real personal story. And at the same time I'm too far to finish the story today in this stream. Did it make sense? Use your ship's holo terminal. Yay! I'm free, I can go away to lovely Belsavis and start cursing the planet while I'm there. I know. Too much beer on a Thursday? There is no such thing as too much beer, right? Hi, Johnny. Thank you very much for stopping by, Amu. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the day, maybe week. Well, I'm doing fine. Not complaining much. Where was my ship? Yay! Wait for me, wait for me! Phew! I'm not exactly sure if you need crit for PvP. I would go for less crit and more power. But since I haven't played after 3.0 Vengeance or Vigilance for both sides, I can't really say how useful crit would be in PvP. And congratulations on reaching 60. If you're not too eager to get right now into PvP, and if your character is totally fresh, I mean with zero PvP gear, I might advise you to maybe play around and level something else and start doing serious PvP next month. Middle of July, no wait, 21st of July or 14th of July, I don't remember. 3.3 is landing and it will bring a lot better days and grinding for the new PvP characters.
When Servant 1 contacted the ship in your absence,
I personally believe critical is not good in like 90% of the specs and classes for PvP.
fight against Darth Baras.
Crit for Vengeance is useful in PvE, but in PvE you have a boss to fight for 5 to 15 minutes. 5 to 15 minutes, sorry. And that makes a huge difference. In PvP you have to kill the guy in front of you in like 10-15 seconds, and critical doesn't really play a huge role there, unless you want to rely on luck. And when you rely on luck, you're You're not going to enjoy PvP. Let's say it like that. Whoa! Whoa, look at this. 200,000 XP. Gotta say, can't be better than this. But I need 2 empty spots, damn it, and I don't have. Huh, what to do? Well, get rid of this. I never planned to use it anyway. Yes, it will. With the Stronghold and with Tugruta. Definitely, they've announced it for, again, I believe it was 21st of July, but I might be mistaken. However, it's more than a month from now, that's for sure. And we all have time to prepare for whoever wants to do whatever. Either just start gathering resources for crafting new decorations, start gathering money for new decorations, start preparing your characters for a better PvP experience, because this patch will bring a lot more fun for the new PvP characters and new PvP players as well, making it a lot easier to get up. By a very little, you probably mean 1 or 2 mods, which is, yes, indeed, very little. But since I don't really have personal experience with this, before 3.0, I was not using crit in my Watchman build or Annihilation build, so for this spec I find crit to not be very useful in PvP, that is. Crit is very useful in PvE.
The planet has been a prison for the galaxy's most dangerous criminals and many presumed dead Sith agents.
3 months? Wow. Are you going to holiday at the sea?
I wish
that's a long time. You got bored with the game, or you have something else that you have to go do, attend?
It was Servant 2 who realized what was happening.
If you have never leveled Assassin, I think you'll enjoy it a lot. It's an awesome and fun class to play. Not the story specifically. The story is not bad, but it's not my favorite. The gameplay is awesome though. I've had the most fun leveling Assassin DPS and Shadow DPS just because of the gameplay mechanics. I was never a pro with the stealth classes in PvP, in this game and in the previous games that I've played, but it is a lot of fun, definitely.
The galaxy's deadliest assassins, feared by enemy and ally alike. Baras' old nemesis, Noman Kar, destroyed Darth Ekage and ended the Infiltrator's reign of terror. Or so it was thought. If Ekage and her assassins are released, the Sith Infiltrators may be reborn, and their power will make...
What kind of a Shadow are you playing, tank or DPS?
No one is unstoppable.
The hand never reaches. The betrayer's blood must be spilled.
Our master does not worry for nothing. To crack the door to Belsavis, the Emperor has directed the guardsmen to coordinate extractions from the prison planet. A clever cover. Get authorization to shut...
This link is to one of my videos where I've discussed and talked about the changes. Most of them are the same. They've just altered a couple of things on PTS. There may be a couple more changes when it goes live, but the biggest change, which is requirements for gearing up, will stay the same. And that's gonna make it a lot more easier to gear up all of your 200 ults. I am already on Belsavis. What the hell am I doing? If you have the time and you're willing to put the effort of mastering all of the healing classes, that helps a lot, because whichever is your partner, you know what they can do and how they heal. It's always useful to know the classes around you. Whether they're next to you or against you, it's always very useful. I know that Torhead is gone, but they've announced that like 2 months ago, man. So I've already cried out all of my tears. And Tor community is trying to build up something to replace Torhead, but I think they are still very far and in the very beginning of their project or process or whatever it is. They've actually already started a Kickstarter campaign, if I'm not mistaken. and I don't have the link right here in front of me, but I'm sure if you visit the Tor community website, you will see what they're trying. Oh, this is a very sad topic, and unfortunately I've just learned that today Christopher Lee passed away on the 7th of June. They've said that on their live stream, and I've also mentioned it on my stream recap video, in case you've missed it. They will make the stronghold available. There is another question about Gruta. It's actually very likely that they may not be ready with the new species for 3.3, and maybe they could delay to 3.3.1, I don't know. But I firmly believe the stronghold will be available. Otherwise, they would just push back the whole content update, because 3.3 is to Gruta and Stronghold. Everything else is gameplay, quality of life changes. It's not real content. And when you're putting big numbers, hey Pano, you have to present new content. Changing to gearing up for PvP is not exactly content, and this shouldn't be done in a major patch. So the major in 3.3 is to Gruta and the Stronghold, according to BioWare. That's what they're calling content. Unfortunately, I don't believe that should be called content. It's, well, okay, maybe it should. I know that a lot of people just play the game for decorating and for enjoying their own strongholds that they've built with their own hands.
Stand down, Captain Oclart.
I will not, my lord. Lord Melikost invaded the prison this morning with a squadron of commandos. He's placed them throughout this level of the prison to cover his descent and to secure the area for his exit.
Melikost will never leave Belsavis.
Captain, this Sith means to stop Darth Baras's mission. It seems you just aided an enemy.
It's not our place to judge between Sith, Colonel. We don't know exactly where Melikost is headed, my lord, but Lieutenant Cade,
bye,
the leader
Yakuza.
of his
Have a good night.
commandos, might. Trouble is, Cade's men stationed in this sector will report any activity. If you're unwelcome, they'll warn him and Melikost.
Do you have any advice on how I should handle that dilemma?
Me?
Oh, I don't think it's 2 hours. Specifically the one on Yavin, I can firmly believe that I may have easily spent there a month or 2 months building it.
Captain, are you telling
And it's really beautifully done, even despite the huge problem with the graphics that we had during the live stream. They just need to learn 1080p is not to be streamed with 1000 kilobits per second. That's horrible. We couldn't really see the true shining, the real shining of the new stronghold. When they showed us that scene with the waterfall that's falling 2 stories from top, I'm sure it's beautiful, but it didn't look like that in the stream.
First things first, dispose of Colonel Trill.
I know it's not designed for... Stop picking with my chess piece. I don't have access to better ones. You know, I've already spent plenty of cartel coins, if you remember how much I had the last time, and I spent them not for myself, so you get the idea. I don't want to buy stuff with cartel coins for my characters. So this was the best I could access that doesn't require legacy, or it doesn't cost 15 million credits. Yeah, the chest again. Plus, I actually like it. If you think about it, especially if you go back 4 years ago and you look through the introduction video about the Sith Marauder, the Sith Juggernaut, you will see that most of the designs don't really look like designed for a Sith Juggernaut, but us and the developers don't think alike.
Displaying all authorized destinations.
I don't know where the hell I should go now. Let's try here. I've got a feeling this is not a good idea. Yes, this will not be a good idea. It looks like a slaver boss. I don't think Queen should be allowed to get any ideas. Not anymore. I played Vengeance until half an hour ago, and I've just switched back to Rage because I wanted to remember what it is like and play it a little bit at a more high level. I played Rage again at lower levels. Then I switched to Vengeance. Then at 41, just as I got the new stance, 3 levels later, I've decided to go back and try Rage again. Plus, Rage is very similar spec to the Sentinel and Marauders AoE third spec, so it will be beneficial to try and remember it from time to time. Yeah, this was a very bad idea, so unfortunately, what I will have to do is just go back, damn it.
Travel route is confirmed.
Oh, I'm not a tank guy. I'm sure it will be fun, especially if I build up a proper companion to DPS for me, maybe, because I doubt I will need heals. Bye bye Drino, thanks a lot for stopping by. I've actually never played Guardian or Juggernaut tank. I've played the other tank classes for the Republic at least. Not at the very end game, but at least I know how they work. I think I will, Johnny, yep, and thank you for enjoying the video. I want to continue it, but I'm still not certain if I want to wait for the new video card and then try it, because Origins is not really pushing the limits of my current hardware. But if I keep playing it, I'll have to start worrying about the save games and everything else. So that's one of the reasons why I've stopped the playthrough series for Dragon Age as well. Because I was never enjoying the FPS issues with my resolution and on my PC with Dragon Age Inquisition. It's a very bad PC port and it's very demanding on hardware resources. So I decided to wait a little bit, get the new video card, and then I will hopefully be able to enjoy Dragon Age Inquisition the way it was meant to be enjoyed and the way it is working on consoles. From 56 to 60, that's what, 2 hours of gameplay? You're not far. Definitely not far from that. Your first 60, oh, you definitely need to push it quick. Just so you can come back and start bragging, hey, I have a 60.
Reporting.
Defeat Lord Melikost's forces. Oh, what the hell are you? Hello! Where is Asha? Hello!
I'm here as summoned.
2200, not bad. When you redo your heals, what do you mean redo the heals? Are you going to level up all the healers again? Or you would just resume playing the healers? And this is Lieutenant Kaid.
Bravo 553, do you copy? This is Command Center, report.
I've been thinking about Witcher 3, but I don't think I'll have enough money to buy that game unless... No, there is no unless.
My men and I are here in support of Lord Melikost.
But before the end of the year, I definitely want to find a way to try the game.
Tell me where Melikost is.
If not for something else, just because of the test.
Damn these Sith games. Lord Melikost proceeded into the high security.
It is one of the
center
most
Belsavis.
tested games when it
He's
comes
offered
to the
records
newest
room
video
with the Blind
cards from
Republic
Nvidia, the
prisoner.
one that I want to
Seeks the
buy when it
location
starts
of a
being
fallen
released.
Dark Council member.
I can be of assistance.
I don't know if it's just
This
a
mission
tank
is
spec.
top secret.
Huh.
I don't think Lord Melikost is
I
looking
think
for
it's a
help.
legacy
And something
ability
tells
for
me
the
if you were here to
Juggernaut.
help him, you wouldn't be
For the
slaughtering
warrior,
my men.
actually.
All right. What now?
Or maybe you're talking about another slap?
I can't have you warning Lord Melikost.
One of these less to take care of. Whoa, look at this. Affection, affection, affection. Of course, Queen never likes what I'm doing. You treacherous piece of... Find the records room. I want to buy 980 Ti. And thanks to many people who have helped me so far, I'm extremely glad to say I've got half the money. And I'm really hoping I'll be able to scrape the other half when I get my monthly paycheck. Because I want to buy it immediately as it becomes available. I've already alerted the guys at my local store. And as soon as they hear that it's already being retailed, they will ask for a delivery. Because obviously here in Bulgaria, it's highly unlikely that such a high quality and game expensive hardware product will be imported just for the fun of it. Very, very few people will be able to buy it and will be able to afford it. 2 rancors? Damn it. I don't remember what the rancors look like, but I remember them being extra rare. And especially more rare and expensive after they changed the drop rate from the slots. Because if you guys remember, in the very first event, the drop rates were just ridiculously high. And things dropped every 3rd and 4th roll. Hey, Adi. I know, yeah. Everything here on the Balkans is the same. We don't get many quality products imported by default from Western Europe and USA unless we start asking about them. What? You can't subscribe? Are you sure your credit card is valid? Have you tried PayPal? If I'm not mistaken, they allow payment with PayPal and nobody ever rejects PayPal. I've heard about people having issues with the subscription before. I just never knew what would be the solution because nobody told me. I'm subscribing on a 6 months recurring subscription, so I've never had an issue. Maybe because whenever their BioWare's website is experiencing problems, I just don't catch that moment. Johnny, when do you plan to get the new PC? Do you have current plans, or maybe for Christmas? When I visited the local store 2 days from now, the day before yesterday, the guys asked me, because usually I do shoppings every 2 years, roughly, for upgrades, and it's around my birthday. My birthday is next month, and I usually always buy stuff around the birthday. Not because of that, because I want to make myself a gift. It's just because during the summer I have a little bit extra credits to spend. Real life credits, that is. And today they've asked me, oh, it's your birthday coming, right? It's because you're crazy enough to spend so much money on a single video card instead of buying 2 PC systems. I don't think it's better. I don't think the life here and down in the southeastern Europe is good overall for anybody. Everybody is struggling. I visited Greece once 6 or 7 years ago. We went to Saloniki and Athens. And I know that the Greek people would not recognize if I tell them I was at Solon. What is Solon? Because Solon is how we call Thessaloniki in Bulgarian and in English. But Greek people apparently hate that name of the city. And nobody would give you directions if you ask where Solon is. So I visited those two cities and it was a lovely trip. We spent there 4 days in total, but it was really worth it. That was before all the problems that dropped on Greece the last few years. We managed to visit the Olympic Village. Really beautiful place. Unfortunately, it was right in the middle of the summer and we were just melting there in the middle of the day. And our guide kept telling us how poor the Greek people are, and when she mentioned the different kinds of standard paychecks, monthly paychecks, and the quality of life, we were amazed how higher it was compared to Bulgarian. And they kept complaining because it's low for them. It's even lower here. But let's be positive. Nobody would like to hear bad news here now, right? Especially when you don't have to deal with the bad news. Oh yeah, if you're buying a totally, completely fresh new PC, it will be expensive. I've got the passive that boosts Bladestorm, really? Let's see where it is. Okay, it's for Scream, okay. Take my words back. I don't remember the names of the Empire versions. Our Shichu form is active: Assault, Sundering Assault, Vicious Slash, Sweeping Slash, Ultiation, Force Scream, Vicious Throw, and Furious Strike. Reduce the active cooldown of Smash, Raging Burst, and okay. That's actually the opposite, not what I need. Why am I not able to find it? The cost is supposed to be the one that will be imported here in Bulgaria. It's always overpriced, and I'm expecting it to be between $800 and maybe $850, depending on the branding and depending on the, well, the import. The reference model is $650 in Western Europe and the USA. Here, it's about $700. Or if you prefer, I forgot the translation into euro. What was it? Well, about 600 euro. Just did a quick calculation, but don't tell anybody. Find the records room. Well, could it be the little room over there? That would be the one? Yes.
I'm ready.
And I'm not talking about the 980. I'm talking about 980 Ti. It is the newest model.
Hello
I don't know how much the 980 costs here. I haven't checked. I would guess it's a little bit southern than 600 euros. But I expect it will get cheaper when the new ones become available.
Sense your presence and nature. I even know who you are. Many years
I can quickly check
past,
that, maybe.
I was the Padawan of Master Nomen Carr. He and I forged a bond through the Force. I know about your confrontation with Master Carr and what you did to him.
Oops.
Your master begged like a coward and died like a dog.
Yep. Asus,
to darkness,
what
I
is it?
know.
Asus
Hard to
Strix
imagine such a strong
conversion
Jedi
quickly
reduced
is
to such a
about
condition. Ever since you defeated Carr and took
615.
Jason Wilson, the Jedi
Hey
Council has been
Vendrin,
keeping track of you.
I hope
We know you, are
you
no
managed to
longer
check my
aligned
previous
with Darth
recording because I
Baras,
was
and are,
glowing
in
and
fact, here to
smiling
stop
of your
Lord
gift. Thank
Melikost
you very
from
much.
freeing Darth
If you've
Ekret.
missed it, because I'm
Nice to
dumb
see
enough
you
and I forgot to
Jedi
send a
aren't
reply
always in the
on your
dark.
email,
You'll
please watch
find
the
we
YouTube
are not
recording.
as inept as your
Thank you very
former
much for the
master may
lovely
have
gift you made me.
suggested.
I
It's a
actually
dead
admitted
end,
back then
Sith.
and I'll admit
To
right
follow
away,
Lord
right
Melikost,
now,
you need
I
information
didn't
from the
know that this
computers
damn
in
thing is
room,
available from
but the
GTN.
door has been fused. I came for the same
I thought it's
reason.
just
I got
purchasable
the
from Legacy.
information, but Lord Melikost's
What can I say?
commandos trapped me in here.
Tell me how I can break you out.
Our combined strength, striking the door from both sides simultaneously, could break the physical seal. Trouble is, there's a fail-safe force field that makes even that impossible. Now, if you were to take out that force
What do you mean
field,
impossible? There is nothing
I don't
impossible to
appreciate
me.
dramatic pauses.
there are several power stations feeding this installation. Destroy them, and the force field will not engage. Then you and I can break through this door, and you can access the prisoner
Whoa!
reports.
Seriously?
First, I'll
Wow.
see to it
You guys have it even worse than us
If you
here.
think you'll have time to waste fighting me, it's your call.
I've always been a huge fan of the Terminator movies, or Terminator, or whatever you want to call it. I call it Terminator, because that's how we call it in Bulgarian.
After all, where am I going to go?
My favorite is obviously the second one, the Judgment Day. However, I love the first and the second, not so much the third, and I actually enjoyed the last one. Really looking forward for the fifth one. And I'm really interested to see how old Arnie will be for the fifth movie. And what the hell will he be playing there? The grandfather of the Terminator?
I'm here as summoned.
I have no idea what mechanic modulek means. What's this? Ah! Ooh, 200. This is high. Come on, come on. You know you can do better. Ooh, level up. Interesting. I'm sure I've missed at least a couple of levels worth of upgrades. Oh no, I haven't. I can just imagine that, a Terminator with a walking stick. Awesome. Really? Hi, Jim. Is that how the movie is officially called? Mechanic Mord... How do you read the C in the end? Is it C, Mordules, or Mordulek? Hi, Javid. Well, yeah, my computer is quite expensive, but I didn't buy it just to show off with it. I really need those parts.
I'm here as summoned.
And it's actually not that new anymore. Although it's still very high-end. It's just, what, 2 generations behind. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. What the hell are you? Huh, sparkles. Yay, I have sparkles. It's an S, so let's go back. Mechanic Mordules. Awesome, I'll try to remember that. No, I don't want to put myself through the 16-man lagfest. I think I will start thinking about the 16-man progression when I get the new video card. First, because I want to test it, and second, because it will be a lot better performance. Plus, imagine that whenever I do my first 16-man, even though it's not going to be real progress, because it's actually not new anymore, I want to record it for YouTube, and I can't bear the thought of recording this. No, don't tell me I've put wrong ones. I can't bear the thought of recording it while I'm playing with 15 FPS. For some reason, the game has become a lot more laggier in the past year. Before that, especially when we were doing 16 men with Solstice, I really had no trouble doing that. My FPS was rarely dropping below 20, and on most boss fights where it wasn't buggy, I was enjoying 30 FPS plus on 16 man. But in the last year or so, so many new things have been introduced, so many graphical fidelities. 3.0 brought a lot of new skills and animations, and these things are going heavier and heavier on the damn engine. Robotic killer. You know, it does actually sound better than Terminator. Especially Terminator. I don't know why I'm bitching about the word. Crap, I forgot he needs 2 barrels. Oh. Bad memory, Vok, bad memory. They are pushing the engine to its very limits. Yeah, I think so too. The new content, the new Colossal Monolith, holy crap. You stay there, you wipe 3 or 4 times and it becomes totally unplayable after that, unless you exit and enter again. It's just plain wrong. Did I forget somewhere to upgrade? Yes, I forgot the mod here. I was wondering why I have 1 extra mod available. Now I have an enhancement available, damn it. I forgot the enhancement as well here. How awesome. And the bad news is I have none of these. This one, look at this, willpower on a Juggernaut, nice one. I just don't have a better one. What the hell are you doing here now? Okay, let's see, what did I miss? That's 108 everywhere. I suppose I just bought 1 more.
Lead the way.
Wrong button, never mind. Can someone point me which was the passive boosting, where is it, boosting for Scream? I can't seem to remember and find it, and I really want to. Oh, I know I can buy stuff from GTN, but there is no need for that. Remember that I'm just doing the main missions and they are not hard enough. Unless I deliberately screw up. Wait, what? You mean the Chinese created the T-1000? Masterful second roll, let's see. That's the Thunder one. I don't have it available if there is something boosting the Scream. There it is, Oppressor. I actually need that one, maybe with the next point. Or, well, I can reset it right away. I don't need to be asked anymore. Let's see, those 3. And then what do we get? I think I want that one for sure, and maybe Oppressor. Force Charge, Crushing Blow, Impale, Obliterate, and Intercede grant Oppressor, which makes my next Chilling Scream consume no rage and activate with 0.5 second global cooldown. Definitely want that one. There is something else somehow buffing full screen, and I can't seem to find the damn thing. Because I had a proc highlight animation before I picked up the oppressor. Oh, it's the Chinese actor, really? That's awesome. The bad guy has usually been in the second and third and fourth movie. Not very tall. So I guess it's just suitable to pick a Chinese guy. Or did you say Chinese or Japanese? Chinese. Oh, of course it's the Chilling Scream. And where was the Chilling Scream? Oh, that's for PvP, damn it. Thank you. Thank you for not allowing me to start doing stupid things. Chilling Scream again. I think those are the 2 points that actually want full leveling, yes. So I guess I've chosen them correctly.
I'm here as summoned.
Where the hell is this? On the other side? I know he died. I've learned that earlier today. He died on the 7th of June. Let's go. He was 93 years old after all. He lived a long and, I believe, happy life. And he gave the world one of the best and most memorable roles in the TV industry, in the movie industry. Hey, Jobs. Oh, hello, competition. What are you? Marauder. Carnage Marauder. Damn you. I want to be a Carnage Marauder. 30-40 on torque. Well, I haven't done 16 man, so specifically on torque because it's a very small space, and depending on what kind of effects you're using. Now remember, what do you say? A 560 is a very old card. It's actually 2 generations before mine, making it 4 generations behind in total. And it should actually probably play its role. Hi, Porema. Well, I'm enjoying my Thursday evening.
Great. With the force field down, we should be able to break the door open. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
I've recently tried the 16-man Colosso and it was a total disaster there, especially after we wiped 3 or 4 times. It just became unplayable. Landing me in after a wipe with 30 FPS maximum, and when the fight starts it drops down to 20-25 and it keeps jumping up and down. My main difference to you is, one of them is probably the resolution. I highly doubt that you're playing on more than 1080p. Am I right? Because I'm playing on a bigger resolution. 1440p is my native one for the screen, and that's what I'm playing with, which makes the video card use more video RAM. And the game is really not optimized well with the VRAM.
I'll keep my anger from consuming me, Jedi.
Passive boosts. Oh,
Once
okay.
the deed is done, we are enemies again.
So, no victory celebration then? Too bad. All I'll tell you is that we're headed for Deep Prison. The exact location of Darth Ekkage's cell remains my secret. In good faith, I'll point you to her assassins. You can make sure they remain locked up while I get access to the Deep Prison.
How about you deal with the assassins, and I move to the next sector?
Because I suspect you'll have slightly better rapport with your fellow Sith. You might get the assassins to back down without a fight. Me?
It is one of the
Not
biggest
so
reasons
much.
specifically for this
Here are the
game.
coordinates.
You know that the harder the resolution, the bigger the
Follow me when
requirements
you're
are,
done,
but
and
for
we'll
this
get
one
together and
specifically,
face
it's
the
really
guards.
bad optimized.
It really will take both of us.
It isn't actually optimized at all. Half a level, thank you. Locate the assassins. Now, where would that be? Oh no, a lot of traveling again.
My lord.
Where do you play the game? I would expect you probably play it on the laptop, because on an 8-year-old PC, I don't expect the game will be running smooth at all. Hey Patrick. Wait, I should be looking at the camera, not at the text. That's one of the things I keep forgetting, and I've been using a webcam for what? 1 year now, maybe even longer. Hey Inferno.
At your service, my lord.
Where do we go? There.
Is confirmed.
Love the weird network of travel routes on the map. Rage at the moment. Every time someone asks me, I always check my buffs just in case I forgot to switch the toggle and play with the wrong stance. Seriously? Never happened to me. There used to be a bug. A friend of mine claimed that he was experiencing a bug with his companions. Sometimes they appear to be wearing the armor he is putting on them, but they didn't benefit from the stats. So every time before we start a heroic, that was 3.5 years ago, mind you. Every time before we started a heroic together, or a flashpoint or something where we used companions, he always made us wait a few minutes while he relogs. No, first he takes out the gear from their companion, then he logs out, then he logs in, and then he puts back the gear on their companion. I don't know how... wrong way. I don't know how exactly he managed to determine that the gear is not beneficial, but I guess he was good with numbers, so... There are all kinds of different bugs. I just can't believe that your companion would be so stupid to turn back on whatever you've turned off. What level is the quest? 43. Okay, that's high enough. What about PvP join? How is your old PC handling the PvP? Please tell me this was the right way. I so very much hate when I'm blindfolded here on this plot. I believe this was the right way. Riz, are you around? How is the new pack? What did you get? Did any of you guys open the new hyper crates or packs or whatever? The ones that were released 2 days ago. I just directly asked Rizasha because I know he opened at least a dozen of them. Oh, you know, there is another factor for how the game behaves depending on your configuration. Remember that this is a DirectX 9 game, which is very old, and this is one in a million cases where having Windows XP might be beneficial, because you will not have the new DirectX drivers and libraries, which means if you have only the DirectX 9, the game will not have to emulate, the video card will not have to emulate anything, and it will just directly straight be using from the libraries of DX9. It's just a theory because I'm not too familiar with these things, but I've been thinking about that as a possibility. Because you know, the Windows 7 and Windows 8 both have DirectX 11, if I'm not mistaken. Or 7 might be with DirectX 10, not really sure. However, it is a version of DX that the game is not being able to use. And unless you manually install the old files from DX9, everything is being emulated, and many people actually claim that this is another reason for the game to be slow. I personally saw no change whatsoever, because I did download the old package with DX9, and there is absolutely no difference. Just like there is no difference whether I play with maximum or minimum. The game just determines on its own when it wants to lag and when it wants to run smooth. Wow, nearly 3,000 crit, that's nice. No. Animated armor bug. Describe it to me. To us.
A Sith approaches. I sense hostility. Your rescue has been sniffed out, Imperial. Men,
3 GB of RAM. Wow. This is a 32-bit system. Obviously, for 7-8 years ago, you don't have a chance to be running on a 64-bit, I think.
Band together. The Sith attacks.
I have, yeah. I've tried that as well. Not recently, but I did try that. I've tried absolutely everything that has been suggested everywhere since 2011. And I finally gave up like 2 years ago. So after 1 or 1.5 years of trying different things without anything being beneficial, I've actually stopped bothering and just started believing that the game doesn't want to run smooth. Hi Zed. Don't get me wrong, right now I have 100 FPS sitting here still. Outside in the open world on Belsavis, my FPS is all over the place between 55, 85. But again, that's single player. There is no too many special effects. There are no 7 people around me or 15. BioWare is trying new engine, yeah. Did you know? That's why we don't have regular updates in 2015, even though they promised us. It's because the whole team is working on a brand new engine for the game. And then suddenly, Vogue wakes up from the lovely dream he's been dreaming. Right, where I'm going? Defeat 12 assassins and defeat but 5 stalkers. Okay, we can do that.
Didn't lose you.
Oh, it is fine, yes, but the problem is it drops below 40 when I do serious group content or PvP. It is believed to be actually, what was it now, 44 or 48. Although some people claim to be able to make the difference between everything up to and above 60. I don't think they really can, they're just guessing. Wow. 2 different places. Oh no, wait, that's... Whoa, whoa. Let's do it the quick way, shall we? Teleport there.
I'm here as summoned.
You do know that many, even the modern games are running on 30 FPS on consoles, but on PC it's considered slow. When the game is locked on 30, I can give you a perfect example. You can even check that on Dragon Age Inquisition, whether you check out one of my videos or any other videos. The game is always been locked on 30 FPS when it comes to the cinematics, where they tell the main story of Dragon Age Inquisition. They look horrible, really horrible. Oh, come on. Okay, that's close enough. Is there such a term as an robotic eye? Because it does sound like a possibility. Oh, an area quest? Huh, no thank you.
I'm here as summoned. You've been patched up.
Whoa, 12 of these I have to kill? Really? This isn't good. That's gonna slow me down a lot. Hey, Slayer. hate it when they are left on this much HP. And this was all 4 out of 12. I need more. And there is more. What now? 5. There should be at least one more here somewhere that I've probably missed. Ooh, no, definitely not. I hate the dailies here. I've done that so many times that I've started hating them at the end. This is basically how I got to Legacy 50, way before everything else. Farming the dailies on Belsavis and on Ilum. First for money, then for fun, then I don't know why, but I kept farming those. Number 6. The worst part of the Belsavis dailies was the 4-man heroic, before we all learn how to underman it and how to solo it after that. And even later after that, BioWare just transformed it into 2-man, and it was very easy to be soloed already. Thank you, that was the massively opinionated that Johnny is talking about. For those of you guys who may not know, Massively Opinionated is Larry Everett's personal new podcast. Larry is the guy who primarily takes care of our favorite game on the Massively website. And I was a guest on episode 5 of his show 2 weeks ago. I had a lot of fun for the 2 hours of recording. And obviously I was very thankful for his invitation. I had the chance to speak with Rednov for the first time. You guys probably know Rednov here from Twitch, or maybe from his own new personal podcast. It's a Trap. He was a very regular guest or a co-host for TinyCast.
Lead the way.
10 out of 12, and yes, we have 2 more. This is it. Now I have to go to the other corner of that map and do the other part of the quest. No, I didn't know Marge and Homer will be divorced, but I'm still waiting for that crossover between The Simpsons and the Family Guy. I thought it was supposed to air during the mid-season for both of the shows this year, but it didn't. Or at least if it did, then I missed it. But hey, throughout the years, Marge and Homer have been divorced at least once or twice. They have been separated multiple times, but just in the course of one episode, of course.
Reporting. Didn't lose you.
Now, where the hell do I need to go? Whoa, over there. Damn, that's a lot of travel. But the good news is, this should be the last quest, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe there is one more after that, and I'll be off. Belsavis took me a long time to finish this time.
Do you require medical attention? Be well.
I should be careful not to spend the credits for the guys in the guild. Not that they've allowed me to use much. Why another area? Go away. I don't want any more areas. Hey, Sith kitty. You still refuse to come back to the game? We have a few people ready to push you back. How many people do we have? 55! Let's push Sith kitty back into the game. I remember the pig. And I remember the poo from the pig. This movie was in the end very controversial, but I personally loved it. It's because I'm a fanboy of The Simpsons. I would probably love whatever they throw at us. That's why I still enjoy the show 26 years after the beginning. Many people claim it's lost the shining after the 10th, the 12th, the 15th season. I still like it. Oh, I didn't finish the episode. I watched the first 10 minutes. Then I had to stand up and I forgot to finish it, damn it. And the link is right here in front of me on my second screen. Sorry. Thank you for the reminder though. I still can't stop imagining Peggy Bundy when I hear the Cyclops girl. It is just frustrating. I'm so used with that woman voicing Peg Bundy. It's unbelievable. That's one of the reasons why I couldn't like her in her role of that the Rock TV show. What was it about the rock band? The Rockers band, not the musical rock band. I can't remember what was its name. but it has been going for many years now and strong. Number 4, and there is number 5 in front of us. Finally that quest is almost finished. Sons of Anarchy, thank you. I've actually watched half of the first episode and this was all I could take. Yes, quest is finished. One of the longest quests I've ever done.
Tim's here.
Darth Ekige's assassins have been dealt with. Have you managed to accomplish your
A
part?
biker gang, yeah, I wasn't just sure how to call that in English. The word was just escaping me.
But it was a struggle, and unfortunately the way collapsed behind me. Bad luck, that.
It is definitely boring. I'm also getting bored a little bit already. More than a little bit, specifically from the 2 operations.
You need me. Sending the coordinates for our rendezvous. From there, it's quick to Darth Ekige's cell. Good luck, Sith. I hope you make it. Can't really do this alone.
Ooh, earpiece. Oh, earpiece or basic comms? Of course it will be basic comms. And yay, level up. Oh, 46. Guess what special skill I'm awaiting? Vicious throw. Yes. What are you? Saber throw or vicious throw? Yeah, let's do it like this. Awesome. I have a finisher skill. Did I forget something? Nope, I haven't. Well, the life just became a little bit funnier now with Vicious Throw available. Oh, I do remember that, yeah. Yeah, I remember you told me that in the very end I should understand. Wow. This skill should be allowed and available at much earlier level. It just completes the rotation. When the enemy is left on this much HP, you don't want to waste a big hitter. You just want to hit a quick vicious throw, because it doesn't use much rage, but it is definitely capable of finishing the mob. Oof, another area quest. Stop with this already. The tomb. You can't really tell if the class is overpowered when you're leveling with it. Every time you level up, you're better than the previous one, and even though when I was playing my sorcerer, I've never played the class and it seemed extremely OP. I didn't have awesome gear, I don't know the class, I didn't know the specs or anything, and it still felt overpowered just because I know the content.
Stable.
The Juggernaut is balanced and everything else is what, weak?
Do you require medical attention?
Sell the junk, thank you.
Be well.
I don't think so, Zed. did you finish your previous one? It's not always a nerf, sometimes it's just breaking the class. I don't think what they did to Marauder is nerfing the class, they just broke the spec. It was just starting to work fine because 6 months trying and trying, people finally learned how to play the damn new Watchman and Annihilation with the damn new dots taking 18 seconds to do its damage. Ridiculously long for any kind of content, if you ask me personally. But no, Bawa had to surprise us and break the class once again. Right, why do I act surprised? Like 2 or 3 days ago we talked about Zyos, so yes, obviously you have finished it already. Whoops, cinematic. You guys remember how they nerfed the sorcerers? That was what? 1 year ago. The sorcerer and sage healer. Heal to fool. I loved that joke. I can't remember which one of the developers came up with it. Heal to fool. Find dart package. Right, let's do that. If I'm not mistaken, I should be, yeah. It is a part of the Marauder, of the warrior. The Year of the Trooper. Sounds good. After all, it is one of the classes that has never been overpowered. I mean, totally overpowered. Whoa. Oh, this was definitely a lag spike. What the hell is wrong? 170? Yeah, it is jumping up and down. Not by much, but enough to make a disturbance in the force. Vanguard DPS is one of the strongest DPS at the moment, even though I personally don't really like the rotation. To me, it feels, how should I describe it? Clunky. Woohoo! Woohoo! Hello, Aldimos. Thanks for the follow. I don't think it's just no one. There are plenty of people who speak to me about the event. I personally didn't go there, and I am one of these who don't care about it.
Wrath. Vengeance. I've been dormant too long. I need outlets.
And it's not much of an event. You go there at the slots and you keep clicking the one button. There isn't really a huge, nice, good-looking animation to go with it.
Them for practice.
Go ahead. Kill him.
Melikost, you incompetent. You've been followed. Prove your worth as we deal with this intruder, or I will kill you after all.
Kill him now. He'll only get in your way. Better if we tangle without the distraction.
How right you are, whoever you are.
This is the last part that you need? A blow up, really?
I I will tell your master, my brother, the future voice of
I expect maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, I might regret the decision not to go and do the event for the achievements, because BioWare would decide never to bring it back, and I will never have this achievement. And people will brag in front of me, hey, look what I have. Just like with the bowcaster from the first event on, was it Nar Shaddaa? I decided not to buy the bowcaster, which was the very first legacy transferable weapon. And up to this date, I regret not buying the damn bowcaster, which I believe was, which I thought was too expensive at the time.
No wonder my brother defies the Emperor. I just destroyed a lord with a mere flick of my wrist. Don't blink. I'm about to do it again.
We fight together, Sith.
You'll stay together.
Yeah, go on with the program, yeah. Laugh at my chess piece. I still like it.
As I languished here?
What do you mean the achievement would disappear?
Mull that over in death.
Baras will
Sarcasm?
avenge me.
Or is it actually true? I would definitely believe it to be true.
She was defeated. Done.
BioWare is giving you an achievement that will be gone in a moment. So if you want to have it, just make a screenshot and brag about it.
Jedi nonsense. I will dispatch my enemies in whatever manner I choose.
Then you're no better than Darth Baras. I hope you'll come to see that to defy your former master, you have to walk a different path. Now, what's to be between us? Do we part as friends or as enemies?
Huh. Interesting. Let's be friends. I think I've never befriended that one.
Foe. Perhaps when this war is over, we will talk.
I'll look forward to the opportunity. Good luck to you, Sith.
Was that wise, my lord? Allowing the Jedi to live?
We'll see if I come to regret it later. Now, we return to the ship and inform the Hand that the deed is done.
And that was it. It's probably because we befriended the guy. Use your ship's holoterminal. Quickest way to the ship from here. Where was the branch with the Dreadmasters release? I'm not entirely sure and I don't remember. I should probably rewatch my previous playthrough with my second Marauder, because I have it recorded. I will be going to the Star Wars European celebration. It is 98% sure and I'm already planning it. If the tickets were available, I'd probably be buying it already. Oh, my ship, yes. The problem is, there is 1 year, more than 1 year until next July. I don't know how many tickets I would want to buy. Many things may change. It was the planetary, really? Oh.
Darth Ekage will not
I
be
was
joining
thinking
your
that, but I wasn't sure,
Yes,
thanks.
With Baras's sister silenced, our enemy grows angry. But he has other endeavors that must fail. The key Dark Council member who opposes Baras's attempt to be named Voice of the Emperor is Darth Vowron. Vowron is spearheading the battle for Corellia, and Baras secretly undermines his efforts. He hopes to orchestrate Vowron's failure or death.
So now I have to win the battle for Corellia.
The Wrath is not being drafted.
Vowron alone holds the Defiant Council members together. Baras's attempts to weaken his Corellia campaign must be thwarted. The Empire's Armageddon Battalion was to be assigned to Corellia, but Baras redirected it to Hoth, where its strength is being wasted. General Greast commands. He must be convinced to abandon Baras's orders and take Armageddon Battalion to Corellia.
I will accomplish it. I served with General Grease for a time, my lord. As tough as they come, and stubborn.
Resistance cannot be accepted. Armageddon Battalion must be reassigned. Do whatever it takes to make it happen.
Great.
We will
Back
make
to the
it
deep
happen.
freeze.
Hoth is a big place, my lord. It could take a long time to find Greast.
The Hand said this is critical. However long it takes, it takes.
Wait. My lord, I may have a way to expedite your mission. When you were last on Hoth, Baras killed Commander Lanklin and replaced him with Commander Slint. Slint probably knows where to find Armageddon Battalion. Of course, Baras is rather tough on underlings. Assuming Slint hasn't been disposed of, he's your best lead.
Let's hope he's been an obedient little soldier.
And there we have it. Finally, but the Belsavis part is finished. I've gained a lot of basic comms again. 50 should be enough. Not that I need them. And I think, guys, to disappoint some of you, or maybe made some of you happy, I will be stopping for tonight. I know that lately my streams have been shorter than usual. I usually try during the week to get them to about 3 hours, but it's about enjoyment, and because I'm feeling tired and because I need a little bit more sleep, I would cut it off right here and wish you a good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is in your corner of the world. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you had fun, because I sure did. Thanks to you. Thanks for helping with the chat, and thanks for being enjoyful and joyful. That's the word I just made up. I'm not sure if it exists. Bye bye, guys. Don't forget to check my Facebook and Twitter and everything else that starts or ends with Vogue. My Patreon campaign is an absolutely voluntary and optional way for you guys to support and back me up. Thank you for considering becoming my patron. Remember, you can find me also on Twitch, Twitter and Facebook. For my non-Star Wars activities, I invite you to subscribe to my second YouTube channel.